What are we doing here, hon?
Praying. We're here checking out the winterized worm bin. Now, it was double digits cold with the wind chill about a week ago.
Celsius.
So, what's that?
Celsius.
Yeah, I think the lowest it got was -19 with the wind chill, which is about -4 Fahrenheit. So I'm actually super confident that this works. Terry King has one that goes through all kinds of weather. He adds a lot of organic matter to keep it actually quite hot and steamy. I'm really confident that this worm bin is going to be totally fine. What I'm really interested in is the actual, our first ever worm bin that we piled up wood chips, put in a bunch of leaves, then a bunch of more carbon on top, and see how that one did. I mean, it did get about a foot and a half of snow on top of it, so hopefully they survived. But I want to go in here and just look at this, because I think not only did they survive with doing this, but they're probably thriving in there. So fingers crossed. We haven't looked. So come on in. Usual, lots of worm castings. Ready? Roly-poly there. Oh, worm right there.
Look at the baby worm. That's a big baby worm.
That's not a baby worm. That's an adult worm, which is a pretty good sign, I feel. See here. Oh yeah, look at them. Those are some big, healthy red wigglers right there. Okay, so just gonna pull this off here. Oh yeah, look at them. They did awesome. They did awesome. Okay, and I'm just gonna get a little temperature gauge in here. Now there's a whole pumpkin over here somewhere, so I'm not sure if they've started on that or not, but...
Are we gonna look?
Oh yeah, come on. Oh, there's the pumpkin right there. Let's go underneath the pumpkin, see if there's... Barely moved. Yeah, so it's definitely under 50 degrees, just
Okay.
over 40, somewhere in the mid 40s. But we will dig in here, see what's happening. Tons of worms. Look at that.
Intact.
Totally intact.
Now, do you want to take one of the rotting pumpkins from the porch and put it in here?
Oh, we got, here, let me go grab the squash on the trellis.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, maybe what I'll do is I'll just move this guy over here. Yeah, there's a faint bit of warmth here.
Have you considered poking a hole in that pumpkin?
No, I was thinking...
Just let it see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, the worms are still around here, obviously, so I don't think it's too big of an issue. And with it being warmer, I'll be able to get in here a little bit more often. So, okay, so I'm just going to grab...
Man, that stuff looks great.
Yeah. Okay, so this just came off the trellis.
It's a pumpkin squash. No,
Just a squash, right?
it's a spaghetti squash.
Right.
Ew.
Okay, so yeah, that's nice and juicy.
Mm.
So they'll get into that, and yeah, it's gonna be great.
You're not going to put the pumpkin on top of it?
I was just gonna put the pumpkin over here. Just gonna dig a little bit of a hole. Oh wow.
What's that?
That's pumpkin. Look at them all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just handfuls of worms. And they're not moving too slow, right? So I'd say that was like a massive win right there.
Agreed.
Put this pumpkin in here. Sorry to all the dainty worm farmers, but here, let's put that there like that.
Okay, so this is a success for
This
sure.
is a success. So let's
Yeah.
go over to the other one because I'm much more nervous about that.
Fair.
That one because, yeah, it was much more. It was obviously way less mass, and yeah, we'll just have to see how that one goes. So, okay, off to the other one. Okay, so this is our worm farm. Just took a whole bunch of wood chips.
Look at the worms on top.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a good sign already. If they're all dead in there, I'm going to be really upset. Okay, so there's some worms on the lid. I'm going to take out this. Yeah, there's worms all the way through here.
I see worms.
There's worms on the top.
Look at those wormies.
Man, that's amazing. Like, I can't believe everything was so frozen. But I guess all these leaves really did a nice job. Now I'm expecting that there'll obviously be worms all through this.
Yeah, I see some.
So I'll just make sure I put it all back in. Oh yeah, there's worms everywhere now. Okay. Holy smokes, they've eaten through the burlap. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
That was pretty much intact the last time we were in here. Last time we were in here was what?
I don't know. We'll
A couple
have to look
months
at it.
ago?
Yeah.
Maybe, well, I mean, no, probably a month ago. Okay. So I really think they wouldn't have fared nearly as well if we didn't put the wood chips all the way around it, right?
I agree.
So, no idea what I fed it last, but let's just get in and see. Yeah, lots of worms. I mean, it's definitely not warm. Oh, it's super cold on the outside.
bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see any worms in that handful.
No, super cold over here. Yeah, none on the outside. They all kind of.
It's interesting they were on the top and the middle.
Yeah, there's an old corn cob. And yeah, we're gonna have to add some carbon because this is just like super sticky, like almost pretty much pure worm castings, right? So, I mean, they can come up into the leaves, so that's carbon, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it wasn't pouring rain right now, I would probably harvest a bunch of this, but yeah, still.
There were some worms in that
Lots of
handful.
worms.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is this? Oh, it's another
Corn cob.
corn cob. Making their way through that.
Yeah, we're going a bit fast because it's pouring rain.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make a bed of carbon,
Okay.
which we will. Oh, why don't I just grab a little bit of the leaf mold? The leaf mold I said I wasn't going to touch.
That one?
A little bit of that in there. A lettuce head.
I see so many worms in there.
Yeah, there's some old corn cob. And the other thing that we did is we harvested our sunflowers. We actually used them for staking our brassicas. The ones we couldn't stake, we just chopped up, and because they're soft inside, the worms will. I assume the worms are going to go in there like a toilet paper roll or like a corn cob or whatever. So let's put a few of those in.
We should have saved some potato roots from our potato harvest.
That's right. We should have. But yeah, I think that's.
Are you happy with that?
Super happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let me grab a little bit of compost. Well, this is nice and warm. This is the one we just turned yesterday. So, yeah. Oh, there's some bokashi in there as well, so that should all help with the breakdown, keep things going. Okay, worms, well done. Very well done. Leaves on top, burlap on top.
You know what's really interesting that I hadn't thought about before?
What's that?
You've got those air holes along the sides.
Yeah.
Well, those aren't air holes now. Those are skate pods
Oh yeah.
and entry pods.
That's true. That's true. Okay, we'll put these back in here. I'm shocked they're alive. Like
Really?
I really didn't think.
Oh,
I'm shocked. I knew the big one was gonna be
But they're so
fine.
loved and
But you
cared for.
Yeah, but you can see the difference though. Like there was a lot more big worms in the big one, so maybe there was quite a bit of die-off in here, but there's still a few. Like, I mean, it wasn't just wisps. There's some juveniles in there as well. Don't really
Yeah.
see many adults in there. I didn't actually see any cocoons, but I wasn't looking for them either. So, okay.
Oh, you should be proud of that bin.
Super stoked about this. Like, I really thought that that's one nasty carpet that it wouldn't
Thanks,
be
Susan.
going this well. So, yeah, it's pouring. Awesome. Couldn't be happier about that. I mean, yeah. Yeah. We'll get back when it's not pouring and give them a proper feeding here.
Sounds
So,
good.
Yeah.
Stay awesome.
You stay awesome.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know. I'm frozen. Let's go. Right, and two last things. It's been a couple days since we've been in here. We haven't put out the video yet. So the two things I really want to stress is if you want your bins to thrive, this is not the way to go. This is definitely not the way to go. It doesn't stay warm enough to have them produce and create lots of castings. This is just an experiment because we don't really have the room in our place to store them. So this was the next best thing. And secondly, if we didn't get the snow and the temperature stayed cold as they got for longer, it probably wouldn't have worked out nearly as good. So again, this was just kind of for us. If you want to learn how to worm farm, we're not the channel. There's tons of people that we watch that are really good at it. But this is just something that we tried to make the best of what we had available. And yeah, so I've fed it. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. We're looking at some good temps, and we'll check in on it in probably a few weeks, maybe a month or so. So anyways, hopefully you guys are great. Stay awesome. Cheers.